Hi Flosstube, my name is Stephanie and I am the New England Stitcher, and this is my channel all about cross stitching and quilting and any other crafts that I love and want to share with you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. This is Flosstube number 15 and it is the Midsummer Nights check-in because it's middle of summer and I'm a school teacher and I figured I'd give you a check-in to see of all of the sales that I've just started. I think I have 3 that are starting on August 1st, so but we'll go over all of that. Welcome and thank you for joining. I would like to start this video by thanking a few people. I wanted to thank Helen D for mentioning me and for shouting out my channel and helping me to, we're almost to 5,000 subscribers. We're at 40, not quite 4,100, but one of my students, he was a 6th grader. He, if you have heard this 1,000 times, but thank you for humoring me and for subscribing. I have a 6th grader who challenged me. He is so invested in this channel. He wants me to get to 5,000 subscribers. He said I could do it over the summer, so I can't do it unless I have your help. So if you haven't subscribed, would you please consider subscribing and hitting the thumbs up button? That will help me reach that goal. I go back to work on the 26th and I see students on the 28th, so we've got a little bit, just about a month before I have to go back to work. So I think we can do it. I definitely think we can do it, but again, I can't do that unless I have your help. So I am a teacher, for those of you who don't know that, and I teach STEM and I love my job. So thank you, Helen, because Helen has sent a bunch of subscribers, so thank you guys for coming on over. And Scold's Bane, thank you so much for mentioning me. B&E Stitchery, Emma and Brandi always mention me. They're very dear friends and I just love and appreciate them so much. And then Erin Elizabeth, Erin mentioned me in her last video and I was watching it before I had to go to work. In the summertime I work at a quilt shop. I also teach online in the summer. And I was watching her video as I was eating my breakfast and she made me cry. So she had so many kind things to say about me and she's just a wonderful person and she's just so genuine, and I just thank her so much for all of her kind words. So that being said, what have I been up to? Well, the past 2 weeks, the past 3 weeks, because we're in the middle of the new week, and I'm sorry that I didn't get to you guys before. I really like to film every 2 weeks. This weekend was just super crazy. We had an Olympic party on Friday night for the opening ceremonies, and then my daughter had 2 of her college roommates come by and visit. Hi Sim, hi Ev. They came down and checked out my room down in the basement where I film, and they follow my channel and watch me, so thanks guys. Let's see, so the last 2 weeks, well, the first week that I was away from you guys, I actually had to go and sit in a classroom and get trained, and the air conditioning was not working in that room, so it was a little hot. But the last 2 weeks I've been training at home in the comfort of my central air, and Zooming with teachers from all over the country. I actually have this woman right now in my class, and she is from Alabama, and I was like, where are you from, Alabama? And I was like, but she's in a different time zone than Christy, so gosh darn it. I was like, maybe she knows Christy, but that's the Floss Boss and Cousins, if you didn't know. And let's see what else. So I've been teaching teachers on Zoom, teaching them computer science. I've been working at the quilt shop. Been trying to get on the elliptical 3 times a week. And yeah. Oh, and then I have a question for you guys. So at the end, if you want to comment and let me know, would you want to see, and I'm not sure if you're sick of them yet, but would you like to see a whip parade that I would have? So if you're interested in seeing my whip parade, please let me know in the comments and I will happily make that come true for you. So let's see. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention was I attended the Midsummer Night's Stitch. That was so awesome. At the Midsummer Night's Stitch, I got to hang out with a bunch of friends and meet some new people and end up getting, well, I purchased so I can start 3 new cells. So I was hanging out with Erin Elizabeth, Brandi and Emma from B&E Stitchery, Steph, Late Girl Stitches, Abby Topknot. Abby was actually she just moved and she was reorganizing her kitchen. So it was fun hanging out with her. Caroline Stitch Corner, Sheba Designs, Tartan and Threads, Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher. She's in 2 of my cells. Nancy from the Bougie Stitchers, Laura Stitching by the Shore, Lisa from Paddock Lane Designs. She's a new designer from Australia, so it was wonderful to get to meet her and see all the things that she's doing. Oh, Chris the Camping Stitcher was there, and Krista the Wildflower. Kim the Contented Needleworker. I signed up for one of her sales. And if I forgot to mention any YouTubers, I'm so sorry, but there were so many other wonderful people there that I got to meet, and I'm looking forward to being in sales with them. So if you're one of those people, help me stay, help keep me in line with the sales, because I typically am a start-alonger. I do my best, but yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I did have some serious FOMO when I saw my friends Brandi, Emma, and Missy, and they were all in Florida at Stitch Florida with our friend Nise, Annie the Proper Stitcher, and Alicia the Fanciful Flamingo, and I so wanted to be there, but I couldn't because I was teaching. And then they just moved the new one, which I was like, oh, when is it? And it's in September, and I can't do that because it's back to school and I have to be there to, get everything set. So September is not a good time for teachers. So unfortunately, I won't be able to attend this one next year also, which kind of is a bummer. But anyway, let's do some cross stitching. That's what you're here for, right? I've just given you 7 minutes of my life, and you're probably like, fast forward. But anyway, my starts. I have started a few new projects, and my first start is a sale. Surprise! And Christy, if you're watching, I want the shirt that says I would sell that, because I am so easily enabled. If you were on any of the Zoom or the Midsummer night, you know that I was like, ooh, phone, and I was like, order. I was like, Abby, I just ordered from your site. But anyway, so you're gonna see some of that in the haul. So I am doing this sal right here, and this is 3 is Better Than 1, and it is by the Floss Boss and Cousins, and it's the summer, and I'm gonna do all 3. I think I've got enough fabric to do all 3 on one. That was my plan. And I'm gonna apologize in advance for not knowing every single detail about this, but I'm actually filming this at my lunch break between my morning and my afternoon class. So I promise next time I'll do a better job. But I am using all the called for floss, and this is how far I got. And I think, honestly, this is a color and cotton, if I'm not mistaken. But just a little start, which I should have started on July 1st, but I was doing another sale. Because I love sales, and unfortunately, this is how sad it is. I make a lot of project bags, and I make whippet keepers, and I haven't had any time to even make my own. So it isn't just, and I think this is from the Container Store, but whatever, it's fine. I will eventually get some time to make a project bag for it, because I got a lot of fabric. My second start. I have started this one, the 2 Turtle Doves from Satsuma Street. I already finished the first one, the Partridge in a Pear Tree, and this is my start. Sorry. Normally I have things clipped. Normally I'm not a hot mess express. I'm so sorry, guys. Please forgive me. So this is as far as I've gotten. I knew I needed the board for the so you could see it, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that is my start on the 2 Turtle Doves. One of the good things about teaching online is when my participants are in the breakout room, I can grade work, which I do. But when my partner teacher's teaching, I can actually do a little stitching. So that's been nice, after I take attendance and do that stuff. My third start of this one, and I actually made some serious progress on it. It's the 12 Days of Christmas Stockings. Annie the Proper Stitcher, Alicia, and Jen Nasca are all doing this as a sal, and I have jumped on board, and I am so in love with these. I've got number 1 and number 2 done, and here, let me get you the board. Look at me go on number 3. Yes, so happy. So there it is. Sorry for all my needles, but they're in a project bag that does not have a thread bed, and I didn't want to lose them. So that is my third and final start for this past 2 weeks. So this is my first whip, and it is Bluebirds of Hope, and it is by Teresa Kogut, and the only place that you can get it is at Clear's Stitching Post, and you send her an email, and then she'll send you an invoice, and you'll get it. And here, sorry for all my hanging threads, here is what I worked on. I actually worked on this quite a bit during the Friday night from Midsummer Night's Stitch. I was waiting on a couple I was waiting on a couple of flosses that I didn't have, and I had to order them, and they finally came in. So now they're in the bag, and yeah, I think this is going to be great. I'm stitching this one on Atomic Ranch 20 count. I don't remember the color, but I do promise you that I will, in the next video, I will have all of that details. Please forgive me. My next whip was, I work on this on the 29th of the month, and yesterday was the 29th. This is my leap year sal that I'm doing. Chris the Camping Stitcher had a leap year sal, and it is a Symphony of Friendship sampler. And here is my project, progress, not project, but well, this is my project, but here's my progress. So I've come down, I've added a few more leaves, and I started the acorn and the branch. That's as far as I've gotten. But I have 4 years. It's a big guy. I tried getting some friends to sal it with me, and they were like, no. But I do love it so much, and I'm hoping that well, my goal is to my cross stitch friends is each one of these birds reminds me of one of them, so I'm going to identify them later when I get there. So that is my leap year sal. It is stored in this Whip-A-Keeper that I made for it. It's a little best. There are a lot of flosses for this thing. It is a big boy. But that's okay, because I have, like I said, I have 4 years. My next whip is the Peacock Pincushion, and Chris the Camping Stitcher already finished it. I'm so jealous. I can't wait to get this one done. This is going to be a gift for my sister-in-law. Yes, it was supposed to be done on July 13th, because that's her birthday. And no, I did not get it done, because I'm a bad sister-in-law. No, I just have a lot going on. But here's how far I got. I actually made some progress, and you can actually start to see the feathers. So I'm excited. I am stitching this on 36 count. I probably should have done it on 40 count, because I think this is going to be a big pin keep. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting. But that's okay. I'll just make it a short stubby one, and she'll use it. This is in a small Whip-A-Keeper that I made from leftover fabric blocks from my friend at the quilt shop. And that is that one. My next whip is, this was what I stitched on Saturday at the Midsummer Nights. I keep wanting to call it the Jingle Ball, but Midsummer Night's Stitch. So this is Live on Little. You guys know it. You've seen it 5,000 times by all these other people who have finished it. And yes, of course, I'm late to the game. So at the event, I actually stitched on, let me work. Oh, that's not going to work because it'll cross it out. But I actually got to stitch on the roof. That was what I worked on, was the roof, because it was great just to fill it in. So I was working on the roof. But since I don't know if I had the sun and the bird done the last time, but I love this. I know it's a big guy, and it's okay. I'm gonna be super patient with it, because I will frog it for this, because I want it to be on the wall for a long time, and hopefully my kids will appreciate it and love it too. So that is that was another whip that I worked on, and my final whip. And this, I thought I was gonna cruise right by this one, and I've seen a lot of people on Instagram finish it, and I started this on July 1st because, you know, Canada Day, Erin Elizabeth's Canadian flag. And if you recall, I stitched half of the maple leaf and then I ripped out because I screwed it up, and I didn't actually rip it out. I just started it all over. So I've got the first part done. I am going to turn this into a flat fold with my American flag when Brandi teaches me how to, when we get together in September. And so I'm giving myself that goal to get it done. So this is a nice project I can actually stitch on because it's 20 count. I can see. The problem is I actually have to focus and count. And, you know, sometimes counting is hard. So that is stored in this Whipper Keeper that I made for Stitch New England last year, because this was my first retreat, and you know, I wanted to make them for my friends. So those are all of my whips from the past 2 weeks. Finishes. I have 2 finishes. One was from before, but I actually did all the beading and stuff on it. But here is the first finish that I went back in and beaded, because one of you lovely people said, do not wait and bead until the end. So I went back, and when I was beading number 2, I decided to bead number 1. And I just love how beautiful it looks. Yeah, I'm so excited that I'm doing this. I'm a little concerned because I don't know if I think it's going to be okay. I may have to sew a piece of fabric on, but I think it'll be okay. I think I have enough space to make the stocking. Worst case scenario, I mount it to mat board, and I don't know. I don't even know how they work yet, but here is number 2. I finished it and I beaded it. I wish I mean, I did use all the colorful colors, and I wish that the 2 birds were just slightly different. It's kind of hard to tell, like, the two colors. They're not very much distinguished. So if I had gone back in, I probably would have used like a little bit of a darker tan for that one, so it shows up like you can actually see the outline of the wing a little bit better. But from a distance, it doesn't look bad. So that's number 2. So, you know, slow and steady wins the race. That's what I'm going for. And then last night I was home all alone. My family were all working, or my youngest was at a volleyball thing, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Because, you know, I can just sit and stitch. But what I ended up doing was, I decided, because I knew I had you guys today, I'm just picking stuff off, I decided to finish something because I wanted to have a fully finished for you. So this is Chris the Camping Stitcher's Freedom Rings, and I'll show you what the pattern looked like if I can. I think I have the cover. Yes. So if you look at Chris's Freedom Rings, so she has a border and she has some beautiful quilt block squares in those corners, and then she also has a flag in the USA. What I did was I mirrored these quilt blocks here. I put them on this side, and then I didn't put the border, and I made it into a drum. There's my drum. So I picked up this fabric from the shop. Sorry, there's fuzzies. That's what I was trying to pick off for you. And then it's filled with lizard litter. So this puppy is heavy. And then I just added a couple little pins right there. But I like the fact that, you know, designers are super cool with you taking their pattern and modifying it to be what suits you. And this is trimmed in Lady Dot's trim, the mini pom-poms. So yeah, that's what I did. That's how I finished it. And I'm happy with how it came out. I am a drum addict. It's like the opportunity to finish to do a drum. I'm like, yes, please. So designers, I want more. Erin, Chris, Annie. All right, so what did I get? Well, when I was making my purchase to get some floss for some of the sales that I'm participating in, I needed to get some floss, and I went on to 123 Stitch because it's super easy to get the floss you need. And I picked this one up because it was on sale, and I saw Missy from Two Needles Pulling Thread stitch this, and I absolutely love it. I love that she used the Krynic and the silver bells, and I will definitely do the same thing. I just think it's beautiful, and so I was inspired by her. Now, as soon as this came out, I was like a crazy stalker. I was like, yes, please, absolutely. So I am hoping to get this started within the next couple weeks. I love this. I love all of those. I love how she put all those details in the lighthouse. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So this will be started sooner rather than later. You know, I'm a cross stitcher and a quilter. I purchased this book by Susan Aki. It's called Halloween Memories. And if you recall, she had one that came out and it was Summer Memories, and I made the flag quilt from it. So I have a lot of fabric, in case you did not know this. Someday I'll take you on a tour when it's really cleaned up. But I have a lot of fabric, and there's some great quilts in here that can be made. I love the one on the cover. I think it's gorgeous. But the other cool thing is that she has, and I don't think I can really show you, but she does have some, let me, hold please. Sorry, trying to show you without showing you. There you go. That way. There's a Quaker Halloween, just cute. She has a bunch of cross stitches in here. This one's fun too. Hold please. So October 31st, writing lessons. There's some pumpkins, there's some birds, there's some baskets. So not only she got quilting in here, but she does, oh, duh, this is what I should have showed you. So sorry, guys. Ooh, I need to spiral bind this. That's what they should do. Careful, go like this. Nope, that's not very good. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to make you nauseous. There we go. So there's dance class. That's kind of fun. October 31st, the Quaker that I showed you. Mask required. This one's the broom. There's a pumpkin. There's a basket. There's a witch's face. So there's a lot of fun things in this book. I purchased this at the Fat Quarter Shop. And while I was making a purchase at the Fat Quarter Shop for that book, I purchased a pair of blue cotton Claras because Brandi had gifted those of us at the Library Stitches who sat with her. She gifted us a scissor from Cotton Clara because Brandi's, these are her favorite, and I love them, and they are super fun. So I was like, let me get a pair of blue because blue is my favorite color. I got some. That's from my quilt shop. I got this. This is from Three Sisters fabric. I'm definitely going to be making a whippet keeper out of that. I purchased this because I thought it would be really cool fabric when I make the drum for my sister-in-law on the peacock pin cushion. This I got from the Fat Quarter Shop. And I got another piece of this. She had 3 different ones that had come out. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Here's the other one. I love that bird. That is so gorgeous. So yes, so I got that. And then again, things can't travel, more fabric. This is all Tula Pink. You know I have a Tula Pink problem. Well, maybe you don't because you haven't seen my Tula Pink storage haul that I have because I just love it so much. While I'm talking about fabric, I did purchase this from the quilt shop that I work at. I'm gonna make a whippet keeper out of this. Yes, it is the same fabric that's behind me on the quilt, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but I just thought it was so pretty together with the golds and the greens and the bees. Can you see those bees? And it's like chalkboard, and they're so beautiful. My shop had the Christmas I mean, come on, look at this fabric, guys. Look at this fabric. I know some people don't like to have like strictly Christmas or other, you know, whipper keepers, and I like when my whipper keepers match what I'm stitching. So I got some of this because my shop has it, and I also picked up some Teresa Kogut because, you know, I love Teresa. And then there's this is from her new collection. I do have a lot of the pieces from the collection. I think I showed them last time because I am going to do I am going to make her panel into a quilt, so hopefully you'll see that next. So I'm not sure how many of you have seen the new Helen D video. Yeah, you probably have, and if you did, you saw this. Okay, so Helen got this from Threadwork Primitives. She got the Snowman and Santa and the Sam Liberty guy. Well, he sold out. And she also got these. These are the little spools, long, well, tall, skinny spools that she is putting this on. So I could not get the Uncle Sam, which I really want. So Threadwork Primitives, if you follow me, can you get it in stock so I can order it, please? You're like, no, who is this weirdo? But everybody else beat me to her. This is the Lucky Leprechaun because I do celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and I love leprechauns. So I will make mine interchangeable with the buttons. I thought that was super cool. And the other thing I should tell you, when you look at the spools, it says they're from Lawrence, Massachusetts. Guess where I grew up when I was a kid? In Lawrence, Massachusetts. So that is a little fun thing to have, you know, because it reminds me of where I grew up. Let's see, when I was on with the ladies from Midsummer Night Stitch, I did make a purchase with Abby Topknot. So Abby, in my purchase, she sent me these super cute little floss tags. Thank you. She, part of my order, I got these stickers, Resting Beach Face and Resting Witch Face. They're not vinyl, so you can't put them on your water bottle, but they can go on my little Cobalt toolbox. And they look so cute there. So I got 2 of those. And then this is the purchase that I made. And I got the fabric and I got the book. So this is A Little Bit of Spring by Blackbird Designs. This is going to be a stitch along with Kim the Contented Needleworker and her friends. I purchased, what did I purchase for fabric? Creme Brulee by R&R. So this is the fabric, and then that's all the floss. Sorry for the glare, guys. So that is one purchase from Abby Topknot. And that's one of the sales. My second sale is Strawberry Fields Forever, and if you recall, I had a wonderful viewer send me her copy in the last video, and so I went ahead and kitted it up. This will be with Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, and a few other friends that are doing Strawberry Fields Forever. I just love this, and I'm so excited about doing all of these. I am stitching it on Cedar River linens, and it's overcast. So that is the fabric I'm using, and then I have all of the called for floss. Okay, and then there's one more haul of this to show, and it is the Plum Street Samplers Gobble Gob. I thought that's so fun for Thanksgiving, so hopefully I will have time in my life to stitch that because I really love it. So that is my haul. I'm gonna have to carefully set this down. Okay, so I do have one more piece of haul. Sorry, I'm like all frazzled. So I do have one more piece of haul that I purchased at the Midsummer Nights event, and it is Hamilton Gardens. I know that this is a terrible picture because my printer's running out of ink, but I will actually ask my daughter to put a picture of the pattern on the screen. I am going to be using, I originally was going to use make this for my brother-in-law, but it just calls for scraps, and you need 5.5 yards of colored scraps and 5 3/4 yards of neutral scraps. And I have a lot of scraps. So I think this will be a great scrap buster. Yeah, so I'm really excited. So you're just going to be cutting 1 1/2 and 2-inch strips. So I'm excited about that. So we start that on August 1st. So if you would like to participate, email me or Insta message me, and I can add you to the group if you're interested in doing some quilting with me too. So that is my haul. So the kindness that you have shared with me is overwhelming. I showed 2 boxes a few weeks ago that were generously donated by a viewer. She sent me another box with finishing boards for the students to mount their projects to, as well as more patterns, floss, more DMC, what do you call it, 14 count. So incredible. And fabric, thank you so much, because we do have a sewing machine with the kids, and she told me to keep whatever I wanted. I did keep a couple pieces of the fabric because they're really beautiful, and I know I can definitely use them. But then, you know, there's some that the girls are going to love. There's some with mermaids on it and fish, and the girls are going to be so excited, even the boys. So we'll finish their projects in those. So thank you so much for all of that, because it's so incredibly generous. And I don't even know, like, words are not even, I don't even know. Like, it's just kindness. And somebody reached out and, like, you know, what do you need for your students? And they're, you know, getting the little mini scissors and, you know, threaders and whatever, you know, whatever you are willing to donate. I mean, it's incredible. So I just want to say thank you so much. We're probably going to have, like, if it goes the way it went this year, we are going to start it sooner. We immediately had 25 kids. Like, well, we were only going to have 10 kids to start, but it went up to 25 like that. So I'm expecting that many, for at least for the 6th graders, because 6th graders want to do everything. So, you know, anything you can, you know, that people have given me, I just thank you so much. I did have a couple other stitchy kindnesses. I have this right here. My friend Nancy, she sent me a bunch of patterns that for quilting that she wasn't going to use anymore. So there's some amazing patterns in here, and I'm so excited. Like, I have so much red and white fabric. I think that would be beautiful. Even in a blue and white quilt, that would be really beautiful. There's so many amazing patterns. So thank you so much, Nancy. Look at this. This is so cute. I love it. I'm so excited. I'm like, I have this collection of fabric. Like, I could absolutely just go into my stash and make this. So Nancy, you're amazing and so kind, and I just want to say thank you so much for those. Another lady, she wrote me this beautiful card, and of course I can't find the card, and she asked me if I would be interested in her bee sampler, and of course I say yes. I love bees, and I do, and I think this is gorgeous, and I think it would go great in my with the fabric that I just picked for our keeper. So I thought it was really fun. So thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to stitching it. And then I had another viewer, and this one blew me away. My husband I was giddy. I was jumping up and down. My husband, we were the only two home, and he was like, you are acting like you're 5. You're so excited. It was like Christmas morning. So this amazing person reached out, and she asked me if I would like she's getting rid of her Tula pink, and asked me if I would like any of her fabric. And I was like, yes, Tula, please. I love Tula pink. And so I'm gonna try and show it like a little bit at a time. So here's some. And I'm just going to show it like this, so this is actually, like, she has fabric that you can't get anymore because it's been discontinued, which, if anybody knows, like, Tula pink fabric is like sought after, and so I'm going to lose my mind when I show you that right here. Look at this otter fabric. So not only did she send me the fabrics, she also sent me some bigger hunks. So there's this piece. Hello, like this lion is gorgeous. There, like a yard of the otter fabric. I love it so much. But to top that off, there's more. There's more. We have polka dots, pandas, lemurs. All right, guys, look at these snails. They are so stinking cute. And then there's elephants. And then these snails in this pink colorway. Now, that isn't even the best part. So you see these pieces right here that I've already shown you? Well, she started piecing a quilt, and then she said it wasn't coming out the way she wanted, so she gave me her what she had like started. So I basically have like crazy, but I basically have a throw quilt. I just need to piece it together, but she gave me the extra, so if I wanted to make bigger, I can't even, like, I don't even, like, I know people say this all the time, but this community is so, it's so generous, and I don't know, I can't even, words don't even come to the generosity that this community has shown me, and I really, really, truly appreciate it so much. So just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you guys have, you know, gifted me for my students, gifted to me, for me personally. I really appreciate it, and I thank you. Quilting updates, folks. As you can see, I've been very busy. So this quilt behind me is actually a shop model that I whipped up together on Sunday and finished it on Monday. These pieces right here are it's actually from a panel, and you cut them out. They're 9.5-inch blocks, and you border them, and then you make the stars, and then it's just filled in with an accent color. So this fabric, I love this fabric so much, and every time I see it I ooh and ah, but I don't know, you know, sometimes fabrics at a shop don't really, you know, connect with a person until they see a model. So the girls and I have all we all have jobs. You know, we all took a project, and this was mine. It definitely needs to be ironed, and then it'll get long armed, but yeah, so this is a quilt that I finished, not for me, sadly, but I love this one so much. But we're turning them into quilt kits. It's a 3-yard quilt a 3-yard quilt book that you follow to make this, and you actually only, you use 3 yards. You use 1 yard of this minty seafoamy color, you use 1 yard of the golden, and then 1 yard of the accent plus the panel, and then you have a little bit extra, and you definitely have all the yardage for the binding. So anyway, it didn't take that long, and it was really fun to do. So that is that quilt, and is 1 block of the quilt block that I'm making for my brother-in-law. It's using flannel fabric from the Primitive Gatherings. Lisa Bonjean designed it. It's all flannel, and it actually makes, this is what the quilt will look like when it is all done. So I currently have everything cut up on a design board. Everything is all of these right here, I've got these all pieced and trimmed. So right here, all now I have to do is actually just like sew this piece to this piece, you know, this piece to this piece, and put it together, and it will make this quilt, and it'll be a Christmas present for my brother-in-law. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. For plans, my plans are to get back to working on the Blackbird loose feathers, the 3 is better than 1 Sal with the Floss Boss and Cousins. I would like to finish day 3 of my Christmas stockings for Annie Beez and that Annie, the Proper Stitcher, and Alicia Sal. I'm going to work more on Live on Little. because for Boss Me, and Boss Me is the Boston and Maine Stitchers, 2 needles pulling thread. They created a board just like Whipco, and for me, one of my pulls was Plum Street, and it was to stitch a new Plum Street. And though I would like to start something new, I feel like maybe I should put a little bit more time on Live on Little. Maybe, I mean, I could always work on a different Plum Street and finish it. I have some smalls that I could do, actually. That would probably make more sense. But I'm definitely not going to start a new Plum Street. I'm going to just work on one of my Plum Streets. My second Boss Me pull was a Christmas, and I'm choosing to work on hands-on designs. Christmas means more. Nope, it's not hands-on design, it's heart and hand. Sorry about that, it's heart and hand. Christmas means more. I do need to keep working on that pin keep for my sister-in-law, that peacock pin keep. And then on July 31st, and just that's tomorrow actually, I am going to start Summer Quaker for my friend Chris, the camping stitcher. She is starting Halloween Quaker, and although I would like to start Halloween Quaker, Brandi from B&E has offered me the pattern. I just don't know if I can start it at this time. I really want to, but we're going to be starting Autumn Quaker at Stitch New England. That's going to be our start there. So I would like to start the Summer Quaker because July 31st is in the middle of the summer, and I feel like that's a great way to honor her. At least it's a Quaker. And then my quilting plans, I finished and I have it quilted. The last quilt you saw up on my wall, that's all quilted. All I have to do is the binding. So my goal is to get the binding done on that one and continue working on my brother-in-law's quilt. So I got a lot on my plate. Oh, and August 1st, you know, I'm starting a little bit of spring, I'm starting Strawberry Field, and I'm starting the other quilt. Forgot about those. But they're all going to be listed in my description box below. So if you want to see what I'm working on, and if you want to start and be a part of any of the sales that I'm working on, I would love to have you maybe not enable me, but maybe keep me on track to get things done. But I just want to say thank you, and sorry for my craziness. I only have 15 minutes before I have to get back on Zoom and teach. So thank you so much for being with me today. I hope you have a wonderful 2 weeks, and I should be back to my normally scheduled day in 2 weekends from now. And until then, leave me a comment and let me know if you want to see a whip parade. All right, until then, have a great time. See you later.